weigh-in after 1 week of no sugar. I know last week I did have a lightweight shirt on. I'm gonna say that was the point too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's vlog. Man, I gotta tell you, I was wiped out this morning. I was so tired. I don't even think I felt Charlotte get out of bed and get ready for work. Like, next thing she was like saying, okay, bye, I gotta go. I'm like, whoa, you're going to work? I don't even think I heard the alarm go off. It was a pretty active day, but I think what really took the final toll was just being in the pool. Like, we were in the pool for 2 hours solid. Okay, maybe like an hour and 50 minutes. We got there and I got out probably 10 minutes before we had to leave just so I could get kind of dry. But just playing around and having fun with the kids, doing some underwater swims. I did do the 500 of width lap swimming. And I just totally underestimated how fatiguing of a workout the pool is. It just wipes you out. It puts me into such a relaxed, laid back mode that I can't wait to do it more. Anyway, as the title suggests, I am doing my weigh-in today after 1 week of eliminating refined sugars from my diet. You might recall that last week I predicted that I would have about a 5-pound weight loss. I don't know. I definitely feel like I've lost weight. I can definitely tell that that's happening, but we'll see once I weigh in. I'm also reiterating the fact that I'm not just doing the no sugar thing for weight loss. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't want to lose weight during this whole process, because I definitely noticed I was having a weight gain. But that's not the number one reason why I've eliminated sugar out of my diet. I fully believe that I have a legitimate addiction. And I don't want that addiction, while there's no markers right now that say anything is wrong with me health-wise because of my sugar intake, I just want to be as preventative as I can. And for me, I don't know what it is. I can't moderate it. You know, my wife will say, everything in moderation. And I'm thinking, I can't. There's no moderating when it comes to sugar. It was like there was no moderating when it came to alcohol for me. It was one or all. And that's just, and sugar's the same way. It's like not just one piece of candy or one cookie. It's the whole pack. It's the whole bag. It's multiple cupcakes or huge pieces of cake. And that just doesn't happen. It didn't happen in the middle of the day. All this was happening post-dinner. Eat dinner, hang out for 30 minutes and be like, I'm ready for some sugar dessert. And then consume, again, a whole bag of, say, gummy bears, or I'm a 2 rows maybe of Oreo. If there were some Oreo cookies, what's there, 10, 12 cookies per row? So like I could eat 20 cookies and then be like, I could finish, but I better let my wife have some. So it was a problem. And that's why I'm doing this whole no sugar thing. Another reason I'm doing it is because as an age group triathlete, I really want to train my body to access my fat stores. And so I'm transitioning into a high-fat, low-carb diet. If I get rid of the refined sugars, I think the other low-carb stuff like bread, pasta, rices, that kind of stuff, starchy things, even beets. I really love beets, and I'll probably keep eating beets, but I'll have to do it a lot less. I think being able to kind of cut those out, or at least moderate those, will be easier. I don't know. It's an experiment. I might be so addicted to sugar that once I have a piece of bread, I'm like, yeah, give me more bread. But I don't think so. I don't crave bread. I don't crave pasta. I crave refined sugar. Okay, I'm not going to go into that again. So we'll see. The weight gain is great, and checking my weight is great because it gives me a marker. It lets me know kind of where I am and kind of power to weight ratio, stuff like that when it comes to training and my power numbers. So just wanted to kind of clear that up. And I am using my higher power to help me get through this. Some of these cravings have been really bad, guys, over the last week. Especially, I'm like the shopper in our household for the most part. I mean, my wife does shopping too, don't get me wrong. But I'm usually the one who goes to the grocery store to buy the week's worth of food for the family. Or I have to go on every other day to get some fresh fruits and vegetables because that stuff just goes bad. Anyway, the marketers of sugar are awesome because they put all that stuff right at the register. Man, I make it through the whole store. I get to the register. I'm like, yeah, I didn't pick up that pack of cookies. And next thing you know, they got the mini pack of cookies. And they got the candy bars and blah, blah, blah. Everything is right there just in case you forgot it. And it tempts me. I just look at it all. There's so many new things out. There's new flavors of stuff. And my kids and wife just yesterday for dessert had these birthday cake flavor Oreo cookies. Yes, I wanted them. And I can't expect them to change everything. They obviously can eat that stuff in moderation, or my wife at least can moderate their intake of it. She can have 2 or 3 cookies and be like, that's it. Not me. I don't know if my kids could either. If I gave them the opportunity, I think they'd tear it up. But anyway, it's bad. And so the cravings are real. And I really have to just not be so self-willed and just ask my higher power. I'm like, man, help me, please. Just help me resist this craving today, or at least for this next 10 minutes until I get out of the store and get home. So I do that. And then I'm most certainly using the framework of a 12-step recovery program. It's kind of hard to do like a step 4 where I'm making a moral inventory of the people that I've harmed. I've already acknowledged that with my family because I impose. Once I like go no sugar, or when I'm on the sugar, it's like, yeah, sure, let's get it. And so I impose some of my addiction onto them, or I'll want to try one of these new, say, apple pie gum. And I'll say, hey, you guys want to get the gum? That probably tastes really good. And so I impose that on them. And so that's kind of where my step 4 of a 12-step comes into. But I'm just using the framework. And the biggest part of that is relying on my higher power to really get me through. So, I feel like that was a big rant. Let's go do the weigh-in real quick. So today, just no shirt. Let's see what we've lost. Flip-flop tan is strong, and all right, so 4 pounds isn't quite 5 pounds, but not bad. And I think what I'm going to contribute it to is the fact that I'm transitioning. I'm doing this transition from high carb, low fat to, and I wasn't even low fat. It was just kind of, there was no plan. I was just eating whatever tasted good or whatever I was craving, really. But going this, like transitioning my body to using the fat stores. So what I've done in this past week, besides eliminating the refined sugar, is I've started reducing the amount of total carbohydrates that I'm taking in, and I've increased fat. And while my body is kind of like, hold on, what do we do with all this fat? We better store it for later. That's what I'm going to contribute. I think my body's just kind of hanging on to some of the excess fat instead of like immediately trying to burn it. So as I continue forward, my body will start to adapt to that, and I'll also, like I said a little bit earlier, I'll be tapering off the starches. For me, the number one thing was getting rid of the refined sugar. So so I think next week I'm gonna shoot for the dark here. I'm gonna say I'm going 5 pounds again. I think I'll have another 5 pound loss this week, and that'll just kind of keep going. Eventually that's gonna kind of taper off. So until I really can up some training or something. But I'm only doing sprint distance, so just about an hour of workouts a day, half hour to an hour. More importantly is just that I feel much healthier. I feel better. My body doesn't feel like I'm pulled down or drained. I don't really feel lethargic. I feel like I have more energy during the day already. So all those are good signs for me to keep on doing what I'm doing. And to back up on that, I am just going to be doing some of that stretch cord work today, working on those swimming muscles, because that's feeling good. I want to at least keep those muscles firing and not let that go to complete crap. And I'll do a 30-minute, just easy zone 1, zone 2 run. And that's going to conclude the day, guys. Hey, I'm happy with the results, and like I said, overall I just feel better. So that's more motivation for me to keep on doing what I'm doing. And that's pretty much going to do it today, guys. That'll wrap it up. If you haven't already, do me a favor, like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.